What's up, movie crew? Alright, to anyone that's new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. I normally do stuff with movie reviews, I do physical media stuff, I do rankings, stuff like that. But today's video is a little different. I am going to give my thoughts on the WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes currently going on in Hollywood. Normally, I would not talk about this stuff because, long story short, that's not what I do. Prime example, one of the times I did the Regal Mystery Movie Monday thing, it ended up being Kandahar, and that does talk a lot on certain socio-political issues, so I chose to not review it. The closest thing was when I did my what I watched for either the month of May or month of June. I gave my thoughts on the movie. Because that's not what I do here. I'm here to talk about movies. I'm here to give my opinions on movies. I'm here to mention why I bought certain movies. But something that was revealed during this strike is one of the reasons why I wanted to share some stuff. And why I wanted to give my thoughts. And I'm going to go on ahead and just spoil it now. This isn't going to be a clickbait thing. I am 100% supportive of the writers and actors strikes going on in Hollywood. So, the thing that really got me, that made me go, all right, this is messed up. Hollywood needs to do better. One of the writers for She-Hulk, and before I go into this, I know a lot of people didn't like She-Hulk. We are not here to talk about opinions on TV shows or movies. We are just here to talk about the strikes. Okay? Now, back to what I was saying. One of the writers for She-Hulk mentioned that they got a residuals check for $300. Okay. I am not a screenwriter by any means. However, for those that don't know, I am a writer. And I self-publish my own stuff, and I do anthology appearances for other independent publishers. My last royalties check was larger than the residuals check from this person that did work for Disney. Alright, let me explain this to everyone, just so you can get a better grasp of this. I don't have any backing on my end. It's just me and whoever I pay to help promote, market, stuff like that. And I've got people that I pay to do the editing and my book covers, that sort of thing. But when it goes to promoting my stuff, it is essentially just me. That was actually one of the reasons I got on YouTube in the first place, was my main channel was meant to promote my books. And I'm making more money from what I do than someone that works for Disney. And this isn't a one-time thing. Another person shared with me recently that one of their favorite shows when it was on was Orange is the New Black. And multiple writers for that show still had regular jobs while writing a show that was one of the biggest hits for Netflix. All right, I've just named two of the biggest conglomerates right now in Netflix and Disney. People working for Netflix were still having to work regular everyday jobs. And someone who got a check from working for one of the biggest IPs that Disney owns, that's not enough to pay rent. So some of you are probably thinking, oh, they just want more money. Yeah, they want more money because they want to be able to survive. And I know that I'm going to let everyone in on a little something, in case you don't know. I am aware that news outlets are speaking negatively of the strike. Guess what? CNN, I believe, is owned by Warner Brothers. ABC News is owned by Disney. Wall Street Journal is owned by Amazon. So guess what? Yes, they're going to speak negatively of the strike because they are striking against these companies that own the news media outlets. That's why you're hearing negative stuff. Someone else pointed out too that Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, who has said that he feels that things are unreasonable, he makes more money in one day than 2 or 3 writers working for Disney make in an entire year. So 3 writers' annual salaries don't even equal 1 day of the Disney CEO. Just let that sink in for a minute. I can't speak for any of you, but I want to be compensated properly for what I do. And if these people are still having to work regular jobs while working for some of the biggest companies in the world, some of the biggest media companies out there, like the first 3 that come to mind on my end from some of the stuff I've seen is Disney, Netflix, and Warner Brothers. And Warner Brothers, they're definitely under some heat for some other stuff. I'm not going to go into that because that doesn't involve the writer's strike or the actor's strike. But when you're saying like, oh, this show got so many hours of streams, or this got this many hours of streams, and even for what access we have to the numbers, because a lot of the streaming services don't tell you everything. Like the transparency that was there before with TV ratings or DVD sales is not there with streaming services. So they'll say one thing, and then the people that are supposed to be compensated tells a different story. At the time when I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and record this video, another thing that did get revealed is that A24 is still shooting stuff. And anyone that's subscribed to this channel knows I love my A24 stuff. All right. I am recording this video on a Tuesday. It's going to go up on Wednesday, and it's the week after Talk to Me came out. Talk to Me debuted at number 6 on the box office charts. For most cases, that would be a bad number. And A24 has been touting this number because it's their second highest debut since Hereditary, which is their second highest grossing movie. For anyone unaware, the reason A24 has been getting brought up is because they have agreed to all the terms from both unions to resume shooting. A24 is not Disney. A24 is not Warner Brothers. In fact, most A24 stuff, like they have somewhat of a distribution deal with Lionsgate. Lionsgate's not one of the highest grossing companies. In fact, a lot of DTV stuff is usually made by Lionsgate. So Lionsgate's like the number 6 or number 7 company, and they were able to agree to all the terms. But Bob Iger and David Zaslav, of all people, are saying that it's unreasonable. If the company that can praise having a $10 million opening debut for a movie and be happy that their movie debuted at number 6 is able to come to terms on this stuff, then why can't the companies that make billions before June can't? If that's not enough reason for anyone to understand like why Hollywood's currently shut down because of strikes going on, I don't know what to tell you. But when you've got people that are working for hit shows that are made by multi-billion-dollar conglomerates still have to go get another job because the multi-billion-dollar conglomerate is not paying them, that's just corporate greed. All right, Bob Iger could easily pay these people. David Zaslav could easily pay these people. Ted, I cannot pronounce Ted's last name, but the dude at Netflix, he could easily pay these people. So for anyone wondering, yes, I 100% support the strikes going on. If these companies that are touting all these record-breaking numbers can't pay the people more money, then yes, they should be able to say, well, we're not going to go back until we're fairly compensated. That's part of them being unionized. So there's my thoughts on it. If you don't like what I said, I don't know what to say to you. I am fully supporting them. Yes, movies might get pushed back. Stuff that I want to see might not happen. Will it have an effect on the channel? It might. I've got other things I can easily mention during this time frame though. I've got other video ideas I could do. So yes, if I have to do fewer movie reviews because the movies are getting pushed back, that's fine. And also, Bob Iger, when the self-published poet is making more than the person that's working for the show that you were touting all the success for, that's not a good sign. The people working at Disney should be getting paid more than I am, not the other way around. I'm not some viral sensation. I'm just someone that self-publishes my stuff. And if I'm making more than they are, that's not a good sign. Simple as that. If you're new to this channel, I am sorry that this is your first introduction to the channel because I'm not going to be doing a lot of videos like this. I don't really like talking about stuff like this. I already know this is an ADD sort of video. But if you did like it, feel free to check out some of the other videos on the channel that's more in line with what I do. And to those that requested the video, here it is. Feel free to leave a like, comment down below your thoughts on the strikes going on. And I'm just going to say it now. Keep things civil, because if I see something that I think is either a trolling comment or someone just trying to speak negatively for the sake of speaking negatively, I'm just going to delete the comment. Let's be civil in this one. And that's going to do it for this one. Thank you all for watching, and tune in next time.